What's going on, guys? I have an absolute banger of a video for you here today. I'm going to be revealing the funnel that the top content agencies are using for your favorite coaches, agency owners, and founders on YouTube that's leading to them absolutely printing calls from their channel. So make sure you stay locked in and let's get right into it. Most people think you need thousands of subscribers and viral videos to get clients from YouTube, but here's the truth. I booked 3 sales calls in 3 weeks while only having 92 subscribers, and my biggest video only has about like 150 views. But those 3 calls are worth more to me than a million views from the wrong audience. And the way I got those calls booked was because I stopped chasing reach and I started building trust. And in this video, I'll walk you through the exact 3 video funnel that turns YouTube into a client generating machine, even if you're just starting. So initially, where I went wrong originally is I used to treat YouTube like Instagram, posting and hoping while getting absolutely nothing in return. No leads, no leverage, just noise. And every day I watched other business owners win on YouTube, not because they were better than me, but because they understood one thing. YouTube is not social media. It's a sales machine disguised as a content platform. You cannot volume your way to success on this platform with long form content. Okay, you might be able to volume your way to success on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, but not on YouTube. And the reason for that is because YouTube values quality over quantity. It cares about how long people are actually clicking on your video and spending time watching it. So if you're posting a bunch of videos that no one's watching, it's not going to convert into clients for you. You need to focus on creating the right content for the right person that they actually want to watch. And once I made that shift, for the first time ever, my content actually started working for me even while I was sleeping. And now I'm going to show you how to do the exact same. And like we just talked about, the core problem that like coaches, agency owners, founders are facing is that they're treating this like it's a volume game. They're being told, hey, the more you post, the faster you're going to grow, the more clients you're going to get. But that's completely misaligned because when you do that, you're creating for algorithms, not buyers. You're optimizing for likes, not leads. And while you post motivational reels, someone else in your niche is getting booked from a 2-month-old video. They're not better, they're not luckier, they just built the right system. So in this video, I'm gonna go through the exact 3 video funnel and my script structures that includes the strategic psychology I use to turn your ICP into clients and real examples that you can model right now when creating your content. So the first video is the pain trigger. This is where we let our ICP that we're aware of the problems that they're facing. And this is at the top of the funnel. So this is where we meet our buyers at their breaking point. So for example, why your content isn't getting you clients and how to fix it. These top of funnel videos are typically general how-to videos, takes and opinions, and broad content because it's reaching a lot more people. But with these videos, you're not speaking to hobbyists, you're speaking to operators ready to buy and solve their problem. And the format you want to take in these videos is expose the lie, reveal the cost, preview the solution. And what I mean by this is, for one, expose the lie. What you want to do is call out a common belief your audience holds that's keeping them stuck. You're shattering a myth that they believe is true. So, for example, like I just said, most coaches think they need 10,000 subscribers before they can get clients from content, and that's an absolute lie. I am proof that that's a lie. And this gets attention because it challenges their worldview. And then you want to reveal the cost. So show them what believing that lie is actually costing them, whether it be money, time, freedom, growth, etc. You're putting pain on their current behavior. So for example, so they spend 6 months trying to go viral, posting 4 times a week, and they still can't book a single qualified call. This creates urgency. And then you want to preview the solution. So give a hint that there's a better, simpler way, and you're about to reveal it. So for example, what actually gets clients? A 3 video funnel that works while you sleep, and then let me show you how it works. This creates contrast and curiosity. The second video is your method reveal. So this is where we're going to let our ICP know that we have the solution to their problems that we just addressed. And this is in your middle of funnel here. And this is where you properly position yourself in your tutorial style videos. So give your audience the what and why of your system. This is really important. The what and why of your system and positioning yourself properly. So these middle of funnel videos typically are free course videos, step-by-step tutorials with actionable advice that your viewer can implement after watching, and very specific targeted content because you're creating a video for one specific avatar in mind. And then you can have non-student case studies, so like your personal story or transformations. And these free course videos typically work pretty well, as you see a 32x outlier here. And the reason they work really well is because, like I just talked about, YouTube really values how long people are watching your actual content for. So if you have a really long video, like over an hour, and YouTube notices people are spending a certain amount of time watching it, it's going to push it to more and more people. So these videos typically get a lot of attention and they convert really well. But now, what do I mean by positioning yourself properly in your tutorial style videos? So first, we need to diagnose what is a tutorial, what is a positioning play. So a tutorial is a step-by-step video. It's focused on how to do something, aimed at teaching a skill, and it's useful to everyone, especially beginners. But the problem with that is it positions you as a teacher, not as the expert people hire. And it often attracts do-it-yourself viewers who want to do it themselves, not buy from you. And like, my God, this is a big issue I had at the very start in my old agency when I was creating content for it. So quick story. I used to run paid ads for realtors, and I made a video on how to create an ads campaign, specifically for realtors, and it got a lot of views. It did really well, but I got no booked calls from it. And I realize now is because I literally gave them exactly step by step what they need to do it themselves. They had no need to hire me. I didn't position myself as the solution. So what you need to do is position yourself properly. And what is a positioning play? So a positioning play is a structured explanation of your method, your lens, or your strategy. And you need to frame it in a way that demonstrates your unique understanding of the problem, your proprietary solution, your authority without trying to sell. So you're still giving actionable advice. You're not really trying to sell, but it positions you as the only logical person to work with if the viewer wants results, because you're clearly the one with the clearest path forward. So you can post a million videos on how to create a Facebook ads campaign. You can get a bunch of views, but if you really want that type of content to convert and get people interested in you, you need to position yourself properly. Okay, so now let's move on to the third video, which is our bottom of funnel. This is our proof content. And it goes without being said that bottom of funnel, this is where the money maker is. This content here converts at a much higher clip than anything else. And the reason for that is because it converts doubt into trust. So, for example, if I had made a video on how Joe added 50K to his MRR from YouTube, and obviously you don't ever want to fake a case study. You want to share your screen, walk them through your data, be honest. And if you have a client interview, those absolutely print as well if you can't tell. So leverage that if you have it. And this isn't to say that YouTube doesn't work if you have no case studies on your channel, because if you look at mine, I have no interviews, still works. It just takes a lot longer. But if you have all three of these type of videos, you will absolutely print from your channel. So these proof videos could be, again, client interviews, testimonials, any social proof that you have that's proving the solutions and methods you give away in your second video actually work. Now that we have the three videos, let me tell you guys what my script framework is for each of those videos. So for video one, this is how I structure it. This is the pain trigger. So the hook typically is, here's why what you're doing isn't working. Then I agitate a little bit and I say, most people think it's about X, but really it's about Y. And then that solution preview is, it all changes when you do Z. My calls to action on these videos is subscribe so you don't miss my next video where I show my full system. And the reason my call to action is subscribe on these videos is because these videos are at the top of your funnel, meaning they're a lot more broad. They're not as specific and targeted. So you might get a lot of people who aren't your ICP actually watching this video. And it's a good way to build up your channel if they just subscribe to your channel, even if they don't buy from you. It's a good way to increase your subscribers and viewership. The second video, the method reveal, how I structure that is, you have your hook. So this is the exact system I use to get X result. Introduce your method. It's called YouTube sales funnel. Break it into 3 to 4 core parts with specific examples. And then the call to action here is, if you want to see it in action, or you want whatever template that I'm sharing, download my free template or breakdown in my description. This is really good for building up your newsletter, collecting emails, because YouTube doesn't always have to be about booking calls with every video. It's really good for collecting emails, which can be very valuable because then you can spend more time with people watching your videos. And there's a rule of thumb where people have to spend 7 hours with you watching your content before they become a buyer of yours. So if you have someone opting into your newsletter from your videos, they're just spending more time with you and it speeds up the sales process. Right? In the next video, video 3, how I structure that is the hook. Let me show you exactly how this works. Screen share or upload your Zoom video with your client interview, show the results or have your client detail their experience working with you. And then your CTA on these videos is always going to be book a call because at this point, they're watching your proof that your solutions work. They're already bought in. They probably only want to know at this point how much it costs to work with you. So get them to book a call. And like I said above, these videos convert at a much higher clip. So guide them to your calendar. And this is not random. It's literally psychological. Okay. Video 1 builds empathy. Video 2 builds authority. And video 3 builds trust. Together, they simulate a full sales call experience before someone ever reaches out to you. And YouTube starts promoting these videos more and more as people watch them in sequence. So it literally compounds. And this is also how it differs from like your Instagrams, your TikToks, Twitters, is because it continues to compound. It's evergreen. It's not uploaded once and disappears next week. It gets views for months and months to come. And also, if you really think about it, what other platform can people spend 10 to 15 minutes with you at a time? If I just told you someone needs to spend 7 hours with you online, taking in your content before they become a buyer, what better way than to upload long form content where they can spend the most amount of time with you than on any other platform? Now, let's talk about the top mistakes. And usually what kills this system completely is making every video broad. Like you'll get attention, but you'll get no action. And giving away the how in your method videos. You got to keep it high level. So remember, I talked about giving the what and the why. If all you do is give the how, like in those tutorial ad campaign videos, you're not going to get buyers. You know, you might get likes and subscribers, but you will not get clients. You need to give the what and the why. You can implement the how for them and they become a client of yours. And then the next thing that kills the system is making it about your journey. No one cares until they see their own win in your words. So, for example, unless the viewer already knows, trusts, or aspires to be like you, they do not care. They're watching because they have a problem they want to solve or a future that they want to reach, not because they want to hear about you. You can absolutely tell your story, but it needs to be reframed around the viewer's transformation. You're not the hero, you're the mirror. So instead of saying something like, how I make 10K in 30 days, say, here's what I did to go from stuck and invisible to consistent inbound leads and how you can do the same. This makes your journey feel like their future. And then lastly, optimizing for entertainment, not conversion, and uploading random videos with no connective thread. If you fix these, the system works, period. There is no way you can follow this framework and not have it work, especially if you have a good offer and proof to back it up. It will work. It's just about execution at that point. And if you look at me, I started with no subscribers, no results, but I was honest, strategic, and patient. The first month I was getting like barely any views, but the people who were clicking on, they had a lot of high intent because they were super targeted, right? I wasn't making videos to go viral. The second month, I started getting some comments, some likes, subscribers started rolling in. And then the third month, I got my first book call from my YouTube funnel. You do not need reach, you need resonance. You need to talk to the right person and you need to say the right things. And that's all that matters. It's not about getting 100,000 views. You can get 100 views because if that 100 views consists of your ideal client and you have a good offer for them, it will resonate with them and they will want to work with you. So really, you just have two options right now. Option A, you can continue creating random content, hoping something pops, whether it be Instagram Reels, Twitter threads, LinkedIn posts, or option B, you can build a system that actually speaks to your buyers. One gets you engagement, the other gets you booked. And if you want this system built for you, the scripts, the strategy, the launch plan, and optimization, that is literally what I do. I spend all my time focusing on this. You record, I do everything else. We start first with a deep dive strategy session. I want to know exactly who your ICP is. Then I write your 3-video funnel. Then we package, optimize, and launch it. Within 90 days, your YouTube goes from a content graveyard to an inbound sales machine. And if that sounds like what you need, the link is below. Let's build your funnel because while others chase views, you will be printing clients. That's all I have for you today. I expect to be talking to the serious people actually wanting to make money on YouTube soon. And for the rest of you, I will see you in the next video. I'll keep giving out free game like this so you can learn, try and do it yourself. But if you want to speed up the process, have it done for you, come talk to me. I'll get you right. See you guys in the next one. Peace.